Mildred Denver. Can't even remember her. Marion Dracy. Oh, she sat behind me in civics. Toby Kovac. Oh, I remember her. She was that pushover with those great legs and those freaky parties. Hello, is this the Kovac residence? Is Toby there? Oh, she is. I see. No thanks. Let it go. Just forget it. The wife of Rabbi Kaplan? I'm cursed. I just can't get a break. Marilyn Perry, the Queen of the Brows. Hello, is this the Perry residence? Is Marilyn there? An old friend from Midwood High School, Alan Felix. Yeah, I dated her once. Do you remember? I'm stunned. It was 11 years ago. Short, glasses. No, that's all cleared up. But how can I get in touch with Marilyn? Really? She still feels that way? You know, it's been 11 years now. When did you speak with her? Last week. And she specified for you not to give me the number? Well, goodbye, Mrs. Perry. No, that's all right. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I miss being married. These past 2 weeks have been miserable. At least Linda's been setting me up with some of her friends, but with every girl, something goes wrong. First, there was the photographer's assistant, Sharon. I made a mess of that. The very next night, there was Gina.
Good night, Alan. Don't.
Why not?
I'm Catholic.
I'll convert.
And thanks, I forgot to take my exam today.
That's all right, I took an extra one. What did I do wrong? She treated me cold from the second I showed up at her door with a Whitman sampler. What about Vanessa? That was only a week ago. You'd think by then my luck would have begun to change.
I've had many men. My first at 12. After that, it was an endless stream. Writers, poets. I lived in a house with 5 actors. Some were gay, but what does it matter? I straightened them out. It was a challenge. My life was a continual round of orgies. I took on the entire Tau Epsilon Phi fraternity at Yale in 3 hours. Still a record in New Haven. I think of sex as something wonderful and open. Something to be enjoyed as fully and frequently as possible. What do you take me for?
How did I misread those signs? What am I going to do? I've practically used up every friend Linda has. I may have to resort to desperate measures to meet women, like going up to East Hampton or hanging around Bloomingdale's stocking counter. I'm too shy to do those things alone. Well, Linda could go with me, even if Dick's busy. Dick and Linda sure have been great. Drag them everywhere to help me find girls. I think Linda seems to like it. I know she enjoyed that evening at the discotheque.
Gee, this is fun. We've been to a discotheque in such a long time.
I'm getting a heart attack. I can't believe that girl.
I'm in Lehigh 7, 9205.
She's a doll. I would sell my mother to the heirs for that girl.
Well, ask her to dance. You've been staring at her for an hour.
I can't. I don't know her.
Come on, I can't stay any longer. I've got to get home and I got to get up early tomorrow and see some friends.
Want to dance one dance, honey?
You can't do those dances. They're undignified. You have to be under 16 to look good. But you two stay if you want. But don't get home too late. Good luck.
I love you, Miss whoever you are. I want to have your child.
Get him to do it.
I can't dance. Have you ever seen my body move? It's like a printing press. No, I'm scared. Please, no. No, 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 no,
Come
no.
on, start dancing. Sit. Keep count. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Go ahead. 8, 2,
1, 2, 1, 2,
Try something a little more meaningful.
2, 3, 2, 3.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, miss. Would you be interested in dancing?
Yeah.
What I need is a more intellectual girl. That's where my appeal is. And that's why last Monday afternoon the Museum of Modern Art seemed like such a good idea.
Look at that Salvador Dali. If you could have any painting in the world, what would you pick?
A Van Gogh. Any Van Gogh.
Me too. There's some kind of mystical attraction to Van Gogh. Why is that?
All I know is he was a great, great painter. And he cut a Xerox for the girl he loved.
That's the kind of thing you'd do for a girl.
Yeah, I'd really have to like her a lot.
I wonder if Dick would cut up his hair for me.
I don't think you better ask him. He's been very busy lately.
It must be fantastic to be loved so intensely.
Well, we better split and see if there's any action at the Guggenheim.
Here comes one.
Huh. She's one.
Go ahead. Speak to her.
I'll get arrested.
Go ahead before the room gets crowded and you feel ashamed.
That's a lovely bronze Klein, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What does it say to you?
It restates the negativeness of the universe, the hideous, lonely emptiness of existence, nothingness, the predicament of man forced to live in a barren, godless eternity, like a tiny flame flickering in an immense void with nothing but waste, horror, and degradation, forming a useless, bleak straitjacket in the black, dark cosmos.
What are you doing Saturday night?
Committing suicide.
How about Friday night? Intellectual women are a pain in the neck. It's got to be the right mixture of brains and passion. Linda's got it all. She's so easy to be with. Like that day last week in Central Park. She was sweet, friendly, tried her best to be helpful.
Don't you understand, Ellen? You've got a lot going for you. Bright and funny, even romantic, if you could only believe it. You put on a false mask as soon as you meet a girl.
Well, it's different around you. You're my friend's wife. I'm not trying to impress you.
I keep telling you, be yourself. A girl will fall in love with you.
Listen, you've been so nice this past week spending your time with me.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm having a ball.
I wanted to give you this because it's your birthday.
Did you know it was my birthday?
You mentioned it once, and I remembered it because it's the same day my mother had her hysterectomy.
It's lovely. It's beautiful. A tiny plastic skunk.
It looks so cute at FBO Sports. I heard you say skunk's your favorite animal. It doesn't function, it just exists.
I don't know what to say.
Linda's a great girl. I think Dick kind of neglects her. I told him so the other night. If I'm his friend, I've got to speak candidly to him. He's got to learn to take it easy and treat her a little better.
How could you get her birthday present and I forget? Why didn't you warn me?
She is your wife. I assumed you knew.
I've been up to my ears in work. I bought 50 lots for a building in Tennessee. Turns out they're radioactive. I'm taking a beating.
So you take Linda out once in a while.
That's the furthest thing from my mind. Besides, I went to a discotheque with both of you just last week.
That was one night, 2 weeks ago. You left early. You wouldn't dance with her. And you forget her birthday?
I didn't forget completely. I was late. Well, my secretary sent her some jewelry.
Your secretary. That's not very personal. Women like personal junk.
You know what it's like to be stuck with 50 lots that are radioactive? What am I going to build, an X-ray center? Oh, look, Miss Carson. What are the details in that final contract? Is it 1,200 or 1,500? Thank you.
So you take her dancing or to a picnic.
Oh, I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'd got married too young. She was so beautiful. First in her class at Bard College, and I'll never forget that prom weekend. There was moonlight, soft music. Her hair was spilling over her shoulders. And I thought she's the perfect corporate image for a young executive.
I hate to tell you, pal, but that sounds a little callous.
Oh, come on, Ellen. She knows I love her. I'm crazy about it. I have been ever since I first met her. Meanwhile, between the quicksand and this radioactivity, I'll be driving a cab soon.
Some guys don't know a good thing when they have one. I've got to stop daydreaming. I'm going to lose my job if I don't finish this essay on anime Wong. Hi.
Hi.
What's the matter?
I hope I'm not bothering you. What do you have for an anxiety attack? I need a tranquilizer.
Well, I've got everything. I am a drugstore.
I have a throbbing in the pit of my stomach.
How do you know it's anxiety? How do you know it's not fear?
My stomach feels jumpy.
Find it hard to breathe?
A little. I'm frightened, and I don't know over what.
I get that.
Well, is it fear or anxiety?
Homosexual panic.
So, I always get this way when Dick was on a business trip.
Oh.
He had a flight to Cleveland for the day. Got up, helped him pack, drove him to the airport, and threw up in the United Airlines terminal.
That's a good terminal. I've thrown up there.
Don't know what it is, and it upsets me so.
The fear of separation. It's an interesting psychological phenomenon. I had to go to Washington once when I was married, and even though I was the one leaving, I got sick. Yet when I returned, my wife threw up.
My annals would say this. I'm feeling guilty because I really wanted to go.
Oh, come on. I don't understand you. You've got everything going for you. You're bright. People photograph you for their magazines, so you know you're beautiful. You read, you play Bach on the recorder. You're happily married. I mean, why should you be a massive symptom?
Oh, you've got a lot going for you, and you're a massive symptom. Oh, I just guess it all happens to us when we're children. You know, think you're ugly. And then your parents get divorced. And then you feel abandoned. Well, it must have been the same for you.
Well, my parents didn't get divorced, although I begged them to.
Do you really think I've got a lot going for me?
I do. I'm being fussy. I don't know how I can afford to be, but I am.
Honey, I didn't think you liked me very much. I mean, you know when I married Dick.
I thought you didn't like me so much. I thought maybe you thought I was an oddball.
I didn't really know you. I mean, we never spent any time together. Dick described you as the first guy to sit through the Maltese bathroom 12 times in 2 weeks. And then when the four of us went out, you acted differently than you do now. I've really gotten to know you over the past few weeks. I've come to a very interesting conclusion. You definitely are an oddball. But you're one of the nicest people I've ever known.
Well, that's nice. Because you're really the only platonic friend I have ever had.
I like a platonic relationship. So much less complicated. Not that I'm down on the male-female relationship. Although, marriage is a tough proposition at best.
It's disastrous.
I know. Dick and I are constantly, quote, reappraising our marriage.
Are you?
Sure. Especially in the last year. You
so lonely as I've been since I've been single.
Hey, no date tonight?
Oh, I had a date, but she called it off. Some sort of Polish holiday.
Well, why don't we go out to dinner and maybe a movie?
Well, I've got a better idea. Why don't we have dinner here and see what's on the Late Show?
You have anything here for me to cook?
I've got some frozen steaks and a bottle of champagne.
What are you doing with champagne? You going to launch a ship?
I tried cooking here last week to impress a date. I tried to make beef stroganoff in the pressure cooker.
How did it taste?
I don't know, it's still on the wall.
Is the grocery on the corner still open?
Yes?
Why don't I go and get some asparagus and salad and dessert? I love to cook, and I never get the chance to be so busy all the time.
Get some candles. I love to eat by candlelight.
I'll cook and you open the champagne. But not if I'm going to be the only one who drinks it.
I'll drink one or two, but you've got to promise to put me to bed if I try and dance naked. This will be fun. I have a terrific rapport with Linda. I hate to see her depressed. It'll be cozy with spending an evening in. Nice summer rain outside. I mean, it's just damp enough to have a small fire. Adjust the lighting here. Create a little atmosphere. Get out the champagne. Women are suckers for champagne. It makes them crazy. What am I doing? Women are suckers for champagne? This is Linda, Dick's wife, Linda, remember? Got carried away for a minute. What was I thinking?
Dinner was wonderful. The steaks were superb and champagne perfect. I'm so glad you decided to stay home and spend a quiet evening together. You're the only man I've ever met who really holds my age.
You should feel flattered. Not many women are deep enough to know what it is I'm all about.
I'm sorry for acting like a schoolgirl. I couldn't help myself. I've wanted to do that for so long now.
But we mustn't. It's forbidden.
If these things happen, nobody plans them.
But you're not free.
But in my heart, I'm free. I can't suppress it any longer. At first, I just thought you were a helplessly stepchild. But I didn't really know you. Now I believe you are everything I've ever dreamed of loving.
You poor thing. How you must have suffered wanting me so.
Oh, my darling, I need you. I need to possess your body and soul.
Which would you like to begin with?
We were meant for each other. If we miss this opportunity, we'll regret it for as long as we live.
My head says it's insane. But my heart says, don't believe your head. It's a lying head. This is ridiculous. I'm sitting here making love to my best friend's pillow.
So, you finally fell in love with her.
I just got carried away for a minute.
Come on, kid, you don't have to feel guilty.
Guilty? Over what? Two lonely people with a tremendous amount in common have dinner together. We're platonic friends.
There's nothing platonic about the way she feels about you.
How can you tell?
Well, what do you want her to do, attack you?
She is my friend's wife.
Of course she is. She'll go tell Dick. She'll come and speak to you. Oh,
Look, she loves you, not him.
he is not the romantic type.
He could be if he tried.
Well, don't listen to him.
Don't listen to her.
I'm getting a headache.
Alan, I need to ask you a favor.
Yes.
I've fallen in love with another woman. Don't ask me how, it just happened. We're going off to live together in Alaska. She's an Eskimo. And I know how fond you and Linda have always been of each other, and I thought perhaps after I'm gone that you might look after her. It'd mean a lot to you. Of course. Well, I'm off to Alaska. If you need to reach me, I'll be at Frozen Tundra 70659.
She is always complimenting me. I know she likes me, but does she like me in that way? I could test her. I could maybe make an advance. What could possibly go wrong? Linda, tonight, the earth shook.
What?
Linda, darling.
Don't!
But it was meant to be.
Ellen, take your hands off me! You must be crazy!
Linda, my love.
Ellen, I'm a married woman! Rage!
You wake up the whole house.
Think of Dick, he's your best friend!
My sleeve is caught in your zipper.
Thank God Dick gave me the tear gas pen.
Look, let's not get carried away. I mean, I'm not an appealing guy. The thought that a girl like Linda could go for me, I'm kidding myself. Where is she? By now she could have had her snake and been home.
I feel so nice. That liver is beginning to work.
Well, then maybe you better not have any champagne.
Oh, no, what the hell? I get sweat of hands. You can always call the police.
How long did Dick say he was going to be out of town?
Tell me that tomorrow.
You know, there's a new Goddard film in Sutton. I thought maybe we could...
You're kidding. We're all set for here. And besides, it's starting to rain. And besides, I remember that great Lupino movie on Channel 4. You know the one where she suddenly becomes involved with her husband's best friend?
How does it end?
She kills him. And herself.
Oh, let's go out.
No, I want to see that Lupino movie. Fascinating scene. Do you think it's possible to love two people at once?
What do you mean?
You know, a wife, happily married, and they find she loves another man. Not that she doesn't love her husband. It's just that she loves someone else. Do you think it's very possible?
Do you?
Very, very possible and probably very common. Love is such a strange phenomenon. Strange and exquisite.
Go ahead, make your move. Go ahead, take her and kiss her.
Is anything wrong?
Go ahead, she wants you.
Wrong? No.
I better begin our food.
Go ahead, kiss her.
Yes?
Hurry, before she moves out of position.
I can't do it.
Kiss her, kid.
Oh, I can't.
I'll be right back.
Well, kid, you blew it.
I can't do it. She'll misunderstand it. I invite her over and come on to her like a sex degenerate. How does it look? What am I, a rapist?
You get carried away, you think too much. Just do it.
We're platonic friends. I mean, I can't spoil that by suddenly coming on to her. She'll slap my face.
I've had my face slapped plenty of times.
Yeah, but your glasses don't go flying across the room.
Look, you're gonna disappoint her.
Here we are. Start on this. Hey, did you read in the papers that another Queens woman was raped?
Really? I was nowhere near Queen. Did they know who did it?
Oh, no. They haven't a clue. Must be very clever.
You know, you've really got to have something on the ball to rape so many women and get away with it.
I think if I were ever being raped, I'd pretend to go along with it, and then right in the middle, pick up the nearest heavy object, and let him have it. Oh. Unless, of course, I was enjoying it.
They say it's the secret desire of every woman.
Well, I guess that depends on who does the raping.
Well, look, why dwell on more things? Odds are you'll never get raped.
Not with my luck. Oh, I feel so light. The drink went right to my head. I'm floating.
Go ahead, kiss her.
I can't.
She's ready.
How do you know?
Believe me, I know.
She'll pull back. I feel it.
She's sitting and waiting. Now don't screw up.
Okay. I'm going in, but I'm going in slow. If she jumps, I'll just pretend it was a joke.
Hurry.
better laugh. Oh, goodness, I didn't expect that. What a start!
I just moved in upstairs. I'm all alone and I locked myself out. Can I use your phone?
Sure, it's right over there.
Thanks. Film Quarterly. You're not the Alan Felix who runs the Film Quarterly, are you?
Yes, I am.
I just did my PhD on cinema for the New School. I used some of your articles for reference. They're very clever.
Thank you.
I particularly like the one you wrote about African Queen.
That's one of my favorite movies.
It was quite a departure from Bogart.
Well, you see, the one thing about Bogart